New 9th anniversary characters will be releasing tonight. Let's take a look at everything you need to know, and you can skip this part of the video if you want, but this is one of the only times that I can do this for part 1 of the anniversary. Maybe the second to last time, maybe, because when part 1 drops, I can't test your RNG anymore. I can't. I can only do it for part 2. So go ahead and quickly pick us out of the coin if you'd like to. If not, you can skip. If you get it right, though, it means your RNG is looking pretty good so far for part 1. But if you get it wrong, it means you got caught lacking today. You got to drop down, give me 3 push-ups, and you got to subscribe. Thank you for the love and support, by the way. I'm not going to forget, pick us out of the coin and don't switch, all right? Yeah, I see that big forehead of yours trying to switch. Don't do that. 3, 2, 1. If you pick heads and it lands on heads. Congratulations. If you pick that, GG's, you're good to go. Don't like the video. Don't even subscribe. Just enjoy. And if you pick tails, you know what you got to do. Thank you again for all the love and support. Let's hop into the video. So, tonight, 3 anniversary characters will be releasing. Specifically, we have this free-to-play Gogeta, who, by the way, does receive an EZA. They usually don't do this for these free-to-play login characters. As soon as you log in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and this time will be converted to your time if you go ahead and click on this website, which I do have in the description of this video, by the way. Let me just show it to you real quick, I guess. So if I go here, please don't play this. Thank you very much. If I scroll all the way down here, you can see this is the Thieving 6 website right here. If you click on this, you'll be brought basically to this page. If you click on, upcoming and so, or just, you'll see this. And then you'll be able to see the time here in your time zone, I believe. So just keep that in mind. And this is the time that the anniversary officially begins, the login period. When you log in, you will be met with this physical free-to-play Gogeta. Please, grind him up. You can grind his super attack for free, but we're going to get multiple copies of him. So just, don't really worry about that too much. And again, he does receive an EZA, as you can see later on in the celebration. So don't just, completely forget about him. And if you do, I wouldn't really, be surprised, because again, they don't really give that kind of treatment. They don't really give EZAs to these free-to-play anniversary login characters. So again, just keep that in mind. Then we have the LR Beerus. Now, this Beerus doesn't drop the same time as Gogeta. If you can see the times here, it drops at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time, the same time that things usually drop in the game. So this is at login, and this is when, the normal content actually begins. It's going to be Beerus, which does awaken into an LR, by the way, and then this Frieza. When it comes to this Beerus, I'm telling you now, grind 29 copies of him and just get it over with. Get 29 copies. You want 14 copies for your main Beerus. Your main Beerus is going to be Super Attack 10. That's where 10 of those copies are going. And then all 4 of his hidden potential nodes need to be activated. So that's 14 copies in total. That's going to be your main rainbowed copy of Beerus. 14, boom. Then another 10 copies of Beerus. You're going to take a whole separate Beerus and awaken that Beerus up to, or get that Beerus up to SA10. So you're going to have 2 copies of Beerus, 1 SA10 rainbowed, and another copy of Beerus completely done at SA10. Not rainbow. Don't give any orbs, because you're going to feed that guy in later. Just SA10. And then 1 last copy of Beerus at SA5. So 3 copies. 1 rainbowed, 1 SA10, and 1 SA5. And then you're going to awaken all of those into their TUR state. And when part 2 of the anniversary begins, you can awaken all 3 of those into their LR state. And then when Beerus gets an EZA, you'll be able to feed in that SA10 copy right away. And then when he gets his EZA, you'll be able to feed in that SA5 copy, and you'll have an SA25 out of 25 LR Beerus completely for free. Get that grind done now instead of waiting. And same thing for this Frieza. This Frieza is not really waking into an LR, but the same concept applies, because he does receive an EZA. But instead of 29 copies, you're going to need 19, because we don't need an additional SA10 copy of Frieza. It's just an additional SA5 copy of Frieza. So SA10 rainbow copy, boom. And then your SA5 copy awaiting his EZA. That's all you really need to do. And you're basically going to be good from there. That is how you prepare for these free-to-play characters here. And then keep in mind that that's not really it. We do have the new events accompanying those characters, obviously. As you can see, all this stuff released at 15, which, I mean, if we're going to be very specific, that's 3 o'clock p.m. Japan time. And we also had this event appear at the same exact time. It looks like the hit event dropped a little bit earlier, so we could probably expect that. Oh no, this is a little bit later. This is on Sunday. Wait. Sunday is after Saturday, but this day is before that day? Am I tripping? I don't know. I think this event should also go live. This event also went live at the same time. The Blue Zone event. The new stage of Boss Rush also went live at the same time. All the EZAs were opened at the same time. All the Dokkan events were opened at the same time. We also have Ultimate Clash, which does take place, as you can see, a little bit later. And this is usually the case. I would not be surprised if Ultimate Clash went live, you know, a day later or two. Maybe. I don't think it'll go live the same time, to be honest. But again, if this doesn't go live immediately, just know it'll be live in the next coming days. Because I do think on Global right now it is disabled, so keep that in mind. And then the LR, Broly, Chilai, and Lemo EZA still takes place in part 1, but as you can see, it's a few days after. So 6-7 days, basically a week after, you can expect that EZA, as well as the sub EZA. So this EZA event will be returning, which allows you to get the EZA done for the LR, Broly, and Paragus, the Int Broly and Paragus character. And then this EZA will be releasing, which allows you to grind the EZA medals to EZA the STR, Bardock, and Gine character. So just keep that in mind. And again, all these three will be appearing at the same time, but that's going to happen later in part 1. But just for now, all these EZAs will be open, all the Dokkan events will be open. I expect all the Orb events to be open as well. We have a lot of content dropping tonight. I will be streaming, so make sure to stay tuned. It's going to be a very, very hype night, and I can't wait to see you there. I have so much more content coming your way, so please don't miss out. Do yourself a favor and stay tuned. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. You don't have to like the video if you really don't want to. But as long as you stay up to date, because I'm going to be, whether you subscribe or not, I'm going to be making content just for you in that big forehead of yours. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you for the love and support. Good night.